Pulitzer Prize winning author Anna Quindlen at a graduation ceremony. I'm a novelist. My work is human nature. Real life is all I know. Don't ever confuse the two, your life and your work. You will all walk out of here this afternoon with only one thing that nobody else has. There will be hundreds of people out there with your same degree. There will be thousands of people doing what you want to do for a living. But you'll be the only person alive with sole custody of your life. Your particular life, your entire life. Not just the life at your desk, or on a bus, or in a car, or at the computer. Not just the life of your mind, but the life of your heart. Not just your bank accounts, but also your soul. People don't talk very much about the soul anymore. So much easier to write a resume than to craft a spirit. But a resume is cold comfort on a winter's night, or when you're sad, or broke, or lonely, or you received your test results, and they're not so good. But you cannot be frustrated at work if your work is all you are. So here's what I want to tell you today. Get a life. A real life. Not a maniac pursuit of the next promotion, the bigger check, the larger house. Do you think you care so very much about all those things if you blew an aneurysm one afternoon? Get a life in which you notice the smell of salt water pushing itself on a breeze at the seaside. A life in which you stop and watch how a red-tailed hawk circles above the water, or a baby scowls in concentration as she tries to pick up a sweet with her thumb and first finger. Get a life in which you're not alone. Find people you love and who love you. And remember that love is not leisure, it is work. Pick up the phone, send an email, write a letter. Get a life in which you're generous, and realize that life is the best thing ever, and you have no business taking it for granted. And care so deeply about its goodness that you want to spread it around. Take money you would have spent on a beer and give it to charity. Work in a soup kitchen. Be big brother or sister. You all want to do well, but if you do not do good too, then doing well will never be enough. It is so easy to waste our lives, our days, our hours, our minutes. It is so easy to take for granted the color of our kids' eyes, the way the melody in a symphony rises and falls and disappears and then rises again. It is so easy to exist instead of to live. I learned to live many years ago. I learned to love the journey and not the destination. I learned that it is not a dress rehearsal and that today is the only guarantee you get. I learned to look at all the good in the world and try to give it back because I believed in it completely and utterly. And I tried to do that in part by telling people what I know, by telling them this. Consider the lilies of a field, the fuzz on a baby's ear. Read in the backyard with the sun in your face. Learn to be happy. And think of life as a terminal illness. Because if you do, you will live it with the joy and passion that it ought to be lived. Thank you.